Huge areas across the United States are suffering with this extremely cold weather at the moment. But what's the reason behind it? Well, you may have heard the term polar vortex being talked about. But the polar vortex is always in place. As the Met Office understands the polar vortex, it's a spinning area above the poles, both the North and the South Pole, but it's high up in the atmosphere. Now, it can spin at varying speeds, and it's responsible for generally keeping the cold and dense air over the poles. There are some theories that suggest when it does weaken, it might then lead to a knock-on effect which could potentially, eventually, lead to colder air pushing down to low levels. But experts at the Met Office don't think that's what's happening currently. What's happening currently is more to do with something else high up in the atmosphere, i.e. the jet stream. Cold air has been sitting across Canada for weeks now. Meanwhile, it's been relatively mild across southern parts of the United States. And it's that temperature contrast which has driven a strong jet. Now, that jet stream has been taking areas of low pressure across the Midwest, through the Great Lakes and up to the Northeast. Those low pressure systems have been creating the heavy snowfall that we've seen. And it's behind the latest of those areas of low pressure that we are now really drawing down the cold air. Bitter winds are drawing down the air. Yes, it is from the poles, but it's the strength of the wind coupled with the very cold air that's causing the problems. Temperatures have been widely down to minus 20 degrees Celsius. Add on the strength of the wind, it feels more like minus 30 or minus 40, even lower in some places. Danger to life with those sort of temperatures. If you go outside for a matter of minutes, there's a high chance you'll get frostbite. And the cold conditions are not now confined to the Great Lakes and the Midwest. After a relatively mild Monday on the eastern seaboard, the cold air will arrive here and pushing remarkably far south. Places like Texas and the Panhandle also seeing temperatures struggling to get above freezing during the course of Tuesday. It really will be a shock to the system then to New Yorkers on Tuesday, after seeing temperatures above freezing on Monday, to be at -9 at best on Tuesday. And don't forget, you've got to add on the strength of the wind for how it will feel. Elsewhere, well, there are some signs that temperatures will start to climb a little bit over the next few days. Still bitterly cold, still well below freezing, but as the winds start to die down, the weather should hopefully become a little less life-threatening.